feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Oh my God. We got this guy right here. And Gina Views supposedly responded back to me. Remember this whole thing started. Gina Views claims that Drake turned down a fade with Kendrick Lamar. Okay? I responded since. Now, for me, I get people are doing content. Some people are struggling more than others. So some people just feel the need to lie. Or some people, let's not say lie, let's say embellish the truth. These guys, especially this little dick sucker right here, he has direct contact with Kendrick Lamar. I happen to have direct contact with Drake. I think I made a very easy and honest ask. I said, listen, I talked to Drake. Drake said he ain't turned down a motherfucking fade. He also said he hasn't spoke to Kendrick even during the process when he said the last time he spoke, he didn't tell me when the last, he says he didn't even talk to Kendrick even while he was trying to get Kendrick on first person shooter. He had no direct contact with Kendrick. Never. Okay? But he was trying to get him on the song. So I guess he probably had his people reach out, but he didn't talk to Kendrick. So the idea that he turned down a fade just never happened. There was no fade offered to him. He never said no. Okay? Now, I say that because a lot of times in the world of we're playing telephone, things get mixed. Could be somebody who kind of know Drake, kind of whatever, be like, yo, the homies could catch a fade. We should set it up. Be like, nah, Drake ain't like that. Oh, shit, Drake turned down the fade. So I offer the easiest option. If Drake is communicating with me and Drake is saying this didn't happen, you communicate with Dot. If Dot says it does happen and Drake says it don't happen, now we could talk with direct sources, right? Because at this point, neither one is going to speak themselves, it seems. So they're going to speak through whatever conduit is closest to them. Drake talked to me. Drake talked to DJ Dick Sucker. Is Kendrick saying that? Because I'll be telling you exactly what Drake says. Now, with that being said, we'd also take it a step further. If Drake is also saying he ain't opposed to no goddamn fade, and that, I'll leave anything else off of that. Let's try to set it up. It's very transparent. It shouldn't be that hard. You talk to Kendrick, I talk to Drake. But let's get the stories correct. Because hearing it from the grapevine, there's like, who are these sources? And you shouldn't have to do, I kind of heard. Just say it. And by the way, the reason why I say Drake told me is because if Drake lied to me, now we can say Drake, you're a fucking liar. Cool. But and I would only address these people just because I know DJ Dick Sucker actually has a direct contact with Kendrick. So whatever you're going to say via your podcast, effective immediately, that is struggling, you should be able to cite Kendrick Lamar, not some homie, not some this. You should be able to say, I talked to Dot. Because I'm telling you, I talked to Drake. So then, this should be pretty simple. If you talk to Dot and Dot says, man, I did offer that pussy a fade and he turned it down. Come on air and say it. I done told you what Drake said. And then after that, I think we should set it up. Let's set up the fade. And if Drake back down, I'm going to say, oh, Drake, you kind of pussy for that. And if Dot back down, you should tell Dot he's pussy. It's pretty simple. Why are we playing this game of telephone? But anyway, let me digress. I've put all the cards on the table. I'm keeping it transparent. Let me see if DJ Dick Sucker and his co-host Gina Views will be honest.
People were telling me like it was a lot of hostility being aimed at me. And I was just like...
It was 30 minutes of hostility.
It was?
Aimed at you, yeah. But he said he wasn't going to go in on me because I'm a girl and I'm sitting next to a dick sucker.
Well, what's crazy about that is I remember seeing footage of him going in on a girl.
I've seen him going in on a lot of women.
Yeah, so I don't understand, like, why not Gina Views? Not that I want him to go in on.
Gina, with all due respect, girl, like, don't ask for the smoke. Like, come on, girl. Like, it's like, y'all talk out both sides. Yeah, Gina Views. Listen, I was rooting for you when you was over there, no jumper. Come on, I'm giving you the patch. Yo, it's like she's saying, why he don't want to diss me? Yo, a act rant all you ain't gonna finna do nothing. Just chill. Gina, we like you. We rooting for you. We felt you got done dirty and no jumper. We want you to win. Just chill, girl. Like, yo, it's fine. That dick sucker, though. And again, really, anyway, let me not give it more energy.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, but I've actually seen him be very hostile towards numerous women.
I just knew when I seen Akademiks cause cap on DJ Hed and Gigi, I just knew I was going to be a laundry bag full of dirty black bitches. I said, they don't even got my name right.
Gigi.
That motherfucker say Gigi.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no cap in nothing I say. I don't just run my mouth. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Again, Gina Views, and I know you want a legendary rant. Maybe one more thing to add to whatever accolades you got. Sorry, not here to give it to you. Okay? Only thing I'm saying to you, you done heard what I said. Wherever you got it, and we are in the age of let's start calling out sources. I'm calling out your source. I done told you I talked to the boy. Who did you talk to? Let's get that source. And if I'm telling you, not only did I talk to him, it appears that if you talk to somebody close enough or Dot himself, seems like we could line this up. I want to see this shit get lined up. Why is nobody addressing that?
When I say things that I say,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't say, if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have caught myself within that moment when I said it. Because
Okay, Drake said it's a lie. Where did you get it from? Are you going to tell us that? Or do you expect me to go on some rant that you could be like, no, he just hates women? Come on, that's so old. Get over that. You see, this is the problem with sometimes engaging with women. They get to play victim as soon as you respond. As soon as you say something, oh my God. So I'm trying to be so nice to Gina Views. I'm trying to be so nice. But I am calling cap on your story. So you said your story's valid. Word from one side, he said it's lies. Is your source Kendrick Lamar? Because at this point, we got to remove the middlemen out of this. I'm talking to Drake. Are you talking to Kendrick? So between you and DJ Dick Sucker, one of y'all's supposed to be talking to Kendrick. And is he saying that? Because if you're going with these little funny, and by the way, here's the thing too. I've always told y'all, if my source tells me something, I stop protecting sources when people start calling me a liar. I told you, I do get triggered by that liar word. So if my source fed me a lie, I'm going to tell you, I didn't lie. They lied to me. So at this point, Drake is calling you and your source a liar. You should somehow try to figure out how you could publicly let the world know that that wasn't a lie. Because at this point, I'm sorry, the Gina Views reputation or word isn't that strong. I don't think if the conversation about Drake and Kendrick fighting is going to happen, Gina Views is going to be the wall, the fly on the wall. I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm sorry. I don't think you're going to be in the first earshot of like, oh no, it really went down. So you heard something or got fed a story from someone. I'm telling you that one of the two parties that would have fought is saying you're lying. Your move. Somebody said, could Drake be lying? Yes. And that's why I want her to tell. For us to figure out if Drake is lying, now we need to know what the other side is saying. Or what proof does she have beyond her voice? Because again, I'm not going to take her opinion over Drake's. If Kendrick is saying it, all right, one of the parties is saying it. And at that point, you know what I would say? Yo, Drake, that nigga Dot really is saying you turned the fade down. You down to take the fade with him right now? Let's do this publicly. And if Drake say no, I told you, I'm going to call him pussy. Facts. That's facts. But I don't think that happened at all. I don't think there was a conversation. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. What I really do think happened, I think middlemen between Drake or mutuals between Drake and Kendrick probably had a lot of conversations. A lot of conversations. And in those conversations, in trying to make sure this battle never got to a place where we've seen battles get to before, i.e. Tupac and Biggie, maybe those things were brought up. However, I don't think either of the main protagonists in this beef were ever involved in those conversations. And if that's what she's talking about, you can't lead with a story saying Drake turned it down when it never got to him. Whoever is the middleman, I really think that's what she's probably alluding to. If he's never talked to none of these niggas, how the hell he turned something down? Now, if some middleman was trying to set some shit up and be like, nah, we ain't gonna do that, it's incorrect reporting if you're saying the man turned the fade down when he was never speaking to the other guy who was supposed to fight. Or no one came to him and said, yo, do you want to fight? And he said, nah, I'm good.
Because within that moment, I realized, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I know some shit from behind the scenes that the public doesn't know. But then it was brought to my attention that multiple people have talked about this already.
Yeah.
Gina, the point is this. You have brought the behind the scenes shit to in front of the scenes. And one of the people, he told me behind the scenes, and I green lit it with him, Drake. I said, I'm about to go and I'm about to tell the whole world this. Like, what the fuck? This ain't no secret shit. You already said the secret shit. You claimed that he turned down the fade. So now explain how the hell you know that. And when did this happen? Who made the call? When did Drake get the call? Because if he did, I would want to know. And again, I'm not trying to say Drake can't be lying, but when you cloak when you say something so definitive and you cloak it in, oh well, this is some stuff behind the scenes, this and third. Okay, so you're playing telephone and you're repeating a rumor that other people have been repeating. Because nobody has detailed this conversation. Because I heard it on Community as well, supposedly. But nobody has detailed, and again, the challenge doesn't only go for you, because I could tell, once she started talking with that black woman stuff, I'm like, I don't want to talk to her, I'm good. Like, see, this is why I gotta stop engaging with some of y'all, because y'all start making the fact like y'all are women, make me not even want to speak to y'all. Like, because now I can't talk to you about your ideas. All of a sudden you start the woman thing. So, okay, let me get you out of there. And then let me focus on DJ Dick Sucker and then the rest of the men, since y'all claim I only go at women, right? I guess for anybody who's repeating this rumor, whether on the West Coast or anywhere else, I would like to know what proof y'all got. We should come to a conclusion. So whether any podcaster within the earshot of this clip, please tell me, where did y'all hear the rumor that Drake turned down a fade? Because we could work it out very easily. I spoke to Drake himself. He say he ain't talked to the nigga even before the battle started. He said he never turned down a fade. Now, where did y'all hear the rumor? Or what proof do you have that it actually happened? It's an open challenge. And we could continue having this conversation to find who is the liar. Someone is lying. We just don't know who. And I'm not saying it can't be Drake, but somebody is lying. I think this is a very important thing. We're not going to just let this fucking weird ass rumor just go into. No, we're going to find out who the liar is. So if Gina's too scared to let us know what behind the scenes nonsense she's talking about, they're using, this is something behind them, can't really say. I'm telling you who I talked to the nigga said it didn't happen. So who y'all talking to?
Over the year. But you know me, I'm not the type that want to be talking about, we know a lot of shit that we not.
You came on a podcast and said it. You came on a podcast and said he turned the fade down. Now you don't want to talk about the details of it, huh? Why say it at all?
We don't talk about a lot of stuff.
To know.
Yeah, I mean, and they asked me about it in the bigger picture, and I was like, well, maybe Gina Views has a different source than me. I don't know. Like, ask Gina Views. Why are you asking me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if this individual has an issue, they should probably.
Well, he asked for proof. Like, I'm gonna help with the discovery.
Right. I'm not participating in that.
I done already seen what y'all do with information.
Okay. Typical backing down. So basically, now, so they bring something private to the public. You ask them, okay, who'd you talk to? Where'd you hear this from? Who's your source? Now they're like, man, y'all the feds. Well, why did you bring this information to the public? Whatever, typical West Coast podcasters, small brain shit. It's okay. Let's keep it moving. All right. Where are we at?